Hi guys, my name is Ivy and this is my first video on YouTube. I chose to talk about my story and it took me so much courage to take this decision, and I thought that it might help some other girls who are going through the similar circumstances or similar situations. So let's get started. First of all, I'm Syrian. I'm from Damascus and I grew up in very abusive household, and my father is very religious and he uses violence as a go-to solution. He's very religious, very controlling, and at the age of 17 I decided that I am no longer Muslim. I did my research. I was honestly convinced that I'm an atheist, but my dad is very strict, so I kept that information to myself. I was too scared to tell anyone. When I was 11, I was forced to wear hijab, and later on when I tried, me and my sister, we tried to convince our dad to let us take it off, but that didn't end up so well, and I won't get into the abuse part because it's too disturbing. Before I even turned 18, my dad started to press me to get married. And I want to explain something. In Islamic culture, when a woman has a son and he turns 30 or 28, she starts to search for a bride for him, and she'll be between 17 and 22. The bride can be much younger in worst cases, but in Damascus, the minimum is 17. So she goes to the girl's house and sees her and her mother. Then after that, the girl and the man will be engaged. Then they'll see each other. I know it's very random, but this is the traditional way, and my dad wanted me to get married in the traditional way. But I cried and I begged him, but there's absolutely no result. Okay, when I turned 19, the pressure reached, and I'm by the way, but at that time I only liked girls, so the idea of marrying a man was terrifying. So every time a woman comes to see me, I used to panic and beg my parents not to let her come, but it was pointless. At my 20th birthday, I decided that by my next birthday, I'll be out of this house. I should run. I'm not staying here to rot. So that was my birthday's wish. So I started planning to get away of the whole country, because going to a different city, that's so dangerous because they'll find me, easily. And by June 2025, I talked to a friend of my sister's who lives in Lebanon, but he's Syrian, and let's call him H, okay? By the way, we have guy friends, but we have to keep that a secret from our parents. Anyway, we talked and he agreed to help me run away to Lebanon, okay? And I told him that he has to keep it a secret from my sisters and from everyone, because I wanted to protect my sisters and my friends, and I couldn't take my sisters with me because they are all underage and I'm the eldest one. I only told a few of my friends. I hid some of my clothes with my bestie, and I sold a gold necklace I had since I was a child. but I haven't had enough money to afford everything. By 20th of August, 5 a.m., I woke up, I packed everything I could, and I remember I was super anxious. I was so anxious. I only had my ID. I don't have a passport because I never got one because my father won't allow us to have one. I was too scared to get one, to go to Lebanon in a legal way, because they'll easily find me. It's too risky for me to do that. Anyway, I packed everything I could. My mom thought I was going to uni to do an exam. So guys, this is everything, and I'll post a part 2 in 2 days or something. Thank you for watching.